Today, we're going on a journey back in time to learn about an important and challenging event in history known as the Long Walk of the Navajo. The Navajo, or Diné as they call themselves, are a Native American people with a rich culture and deep connection to their land in the Southwest, where they lived for hundreds of years. They had beautiful farms, herds of sheep, and incredible skills in weaving and crafting. But in the 1800s, things began to change. As more settlers came to the Southwest, tensions rose. Both the settlers and the Navajo wanted access to the land, and unfortunately, misunderstandings led to conflicts. There were raids and battles as each side tried to protect their families and homes. In 1863, a man named Colonel Kit Carson was assigned by the General James Carleton to lead an operation against the Navajo. He had previously led a campaign against the Apache tribes. Kit Carson was told to make the Navajo leave their land, and he did so by destroying their crops, homes, and livestock. This was heartbreaking for the Navajo, as their way of life was closely tied to their land and animals. After months of suffering without food or shelter, the Navajo leaders had no choice but to surrender. They were promised that if they left peacefully, they would be taken to a new place to live. This was a difficult decision, but the Navajo wanted to protect their families from further harm. And so, the journey began. This was called the Long Walk, where over 8,500 Navajo people were forced to march between 250 and 450 miles from their homelands in what is now Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico to a place called Fort Sumner in New Mexico. It was going to be the first reservation west of what is now Oklahoma. They walked through harsh deserts, mountains, and rivers. The journey was exhausting, and they didn't have enough food, water, or warm clothing. The long walk was incredibly difficult. Many people, especially the elderly and young children, couldn't handle the long, hard days of walking. It was a journey filled with hardship, hunger, and thirst. But through it all, the Navajo people tried to stay strong and support each other. After many weeks, the Navajo finally arrived at Fort Sumner, but the place wasn't what they expected. The land was barren with little food and water. The conditions were terrible. For 4 years, they struggled to survive in this unfamiliar place they called Bosque Redondo. Life at Bosque Redondo was very hard. The Navajo faced illness, hunger, and poor shelter. But even in these difficult times, they found ways to hold on to their culture. They told stories, sang songs, and made crafts, passing down their traditions to younger generations. In 1868, after 4 years of hardship where approximately 2,000 Navajo internees died, the Navajo leaders negotiated a treaty with the U.S. government. They were finally allowed to return to their homeland. It was a joyous moment as the Navajo people made the long journey back to Arizona, ready to rebuild their lives. When they returned, the Navajo faced the task of rebuilding their lives. But with hard work and determination, they replanted crops, rebuilt homes, and continued their cultural practices. Today, the Navajo Nation remains one of the strongest Native American communities, honoring their ancestors and history. The story of the Long Walk is one of hardship, but also of resilience and hope. The Navajo people overcame great challenges, held on to their culture, and rebuilt their lives. Today, their story is remembered and respected as a testament to their strength and spirit.
If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it and subscribe to the channel to help us create more content for you.